Hello friends, today we are going to see the milling machine in which we'll cover the following topics: introduction to the milling machine, working principle, and the classifications of the milling machine. In that we will see the different machines there, and in more detail we'll go for the basic parts of the column and knee type of milling machine. So four basic points we'll cover. So first part is the introduction to the milling. So in this case, I have shown the milling machine, and milling machine is a machining process in which metal is removed by a rotatory multi-point tool called as a milling cutter. So you can see the milling cutter is actually the circular one, okay, or we can say the cylindrical type, and over the periphery of that there are number of teeth, and that's why it is called as a multi-point cutting tool. And this multi-point cutting tool or cutter is actually mounted over the spindle. So at the each revolution of that spindle, a small amount of material will removed from the workpiece by using each tooth of that cutter. The cutter has multi-cutting edge, and so it removes the metal at very fast rate. So naturally, as there are number of teeth, so more material will removed at a faster rate. So this is possible in the only in the milling machines. Now, as both the cutters and workpiece are moved in more than one directions at the same time, so the surface having almost any orientation can be machined. So I will give the explanation of this. So first of all, this which arrow I am showing, again you can see this, the table can be moved in a upward and downward direction with the help of elevating screw. Second, you can see the second direction of the table, which is a longitudinal directions. So that is a second direction of the table. Third, you can see the which is called as a cross direction, or it is also called as a transverse direction. So in minimum this three direction is possible, and along with that one more direction is the swilling of the table is also possible. And due to that reason, what happened, you can cut the different profiles on the milling machine. It is possible. Working principle of a milling machine. So working principle here, first of all, the workpiece is mounted rigidly. We are clamping it on the table. So with the help of the bolt and the T-slot. So these are the T-slot, and you can see actually we are using a fixture here. Means a vise has been mounted over the table, and tool and the workpiece is hold in the vise. So, but this is only possible with the help of T-slots and the bolts in this case. So this is the table which I have shown here. Now, the milling cutter is mounted on the arbor or a spindle. You can see the cutter and which is mounted on the arbor. The arbor is nothing but the spindle. And this cutter will try to rotate at a very high speed. And when we are feeding this workpiece against the cutter, so what happens there? So slowly we are just try to feed it, right? So you can see that we are trying to feed the workpiece there, and when you feed it, so naturally the cutting action will take place, and which will be in the discontinuous chips. You can see in this diagram also, a big chips are there. We know that in the non-conventional, the chips are very small or just in a powder form, right? But here it is a thick chips has been removed. So this is a 3D sketch which we are 2D sketch I am showing in this. So this is more easy to draw in the exam. You can see this is the actually the spindle or arbor, and over which the cutter has been mounted, and the workpiece is mounted over the table, and we can do the cutting action will take place, and the removal of the metal is possible. Then classification of milling machines. So there are column and knee type of milling machine. In that there is a plain milling, vertical milling, universal milling, universal milling, all we'll see one by one in the upcoming slides. Then the fixed bed type milling machine, in that there is a simplex, duplex, triplex, and fourth is the rise and fall type of milling machine. Planar milling machine, production milling machine, in that a rotatory table, drum type milling machine, tracer control milling machines. This is especially in the where the mass production is there. In that case, we are using such type of machines. Then even the special milling machines are there: planetary milling machine, thread milling machine, profile milling machine, gear milling machine, cam milling machine, spar milling machine, double-ended milling machine. This is also where the in the mass productions are going on in your industry. Then only we are using such type of machines there. Now we'll go for the next basic parts of a column and knee type of milling machine. You can see this is the just this person is looking. This is the front side, right? This is, and here from this direction it is a side view of the milling machine, and this is a front view, right? Now we'll go for the one by one. First is the base. Now this base is made up of casting, which is a very heavy base, because all the load of that other parts is acting over that base, and that's why it is very heavy and it is made up of casting. Then the second part is the column. You can see in this diagram, the column is, it's just like a rectangular, it looks like a rectangular box there, which is called as a column, which is a vertical column. And from the front side of this, right, there will be a guideways. You can see here, this is a guide, and this is can be easily visible through the front side here. This is the front side. This person is looking from the front side, right? And from the front side, when you are observing, this arbor is also mounted there, right? You can see in this diagram, the arbor is mounted, right, on the column, and it is supported by the overarm. Otherwise, it will just hang it some because in the arbor also we are mounting the cutter, and arbor itself is very heavy. Then you can see this is already I shown the spindle and the arbor there. Then the knee, you can see in this diagram, this part is a knee, and this knee is mounted on again the front face of the column, and it can be slide vertically, means we can move that knee in upward and a downward directions by using the elevating screw. So for that, the mechanism is given for an easy movement, and this will be only in the through the guideways. So that's why this column having the guideway for easy movement of this knee. So this is the elevating screw. And the saddle. So first of all, you can see this is a saddle, and this saddle is mounted over the knee, and this saddle will move in the cross direction. You can see in this diagram, this is a cross directions, right? Then the accurately machined guideways are provided on the top of the saddle. What it means here, you can see I have shown one diagram there, right? And in this is actually, this part is a saddle and this is a table. Okay, there are two parts, one is a saddle, other one is a table. This saddle having a duvetor slot means again there is, it act like a guideways there, okay, so that table can move easily there, right? So that's why we are saying that accurately machined guideways, means this is guideways actually, which is nothing but a duvetor slot is providing. Then next we can see the overarm. This overarm you can see in the diagram, and it is mounted over the column. Okay, so this is the overarm, okay, and it is which supports the other end of the arbor. You can see here, this is just for supporting the arbor. One overarm is provided. Table. Now you can see in this diagram also, this is a table, and this table is mounted. Even in this diagram also you can see this is a table which I shown, and this table is mounted over the saddle right now, and this table having the actually the T slots, right? So for holding the workpiece, so we required T slots there. And even the one more application of the T slot, you can see whatever the fluids we are using during the cutting process, right? That fluid will again drain out or coming out through that T slot and move toward the reservoir. So reservoir is actually at the base of this. Okay, here there is a one tank, and continuously that fluid has been used after the filtration. So here I'm again showing the saddle there and the table, column and knee type milling machine. Here I shown the plain milling machine and vertical milling machine. So major difference if you observe in the plain milling machine and the vertical milling machine is of the spindle. In the plain milling machine, the spindle is horizontal, right, which is also called as a arbor, and over that arbor we are mounting the cutter, and that cutter will rotate at a very high speed. Here in the vertical milling machine, the spindle is mounted vertically, and over that spindle or arbor, the rotatory cutter is mounted, and which will also rotate at very high speed. Again, in the column and knee type, I have shown the universal milling machine here. Here there are 4 movements. That's why the name is actually the universal. Which is that 4 movement you can see. First one is the cross one, which is called as a transverse movement. Then the second one is the longitudinal movement. And the third one, you can see the vertical movement. So table can be moved in upward and downward direction. And along with that, the fourth one is the swirling movement of the table. This is how we are trying to show the swing. Table will try to rotate about the vertical axis or vertical plane at an angle of 30 degree, okay, in both the directions. Next is the universal milling machine. Along with this, you can see along with the 4 movements, one more movement is that we are tilting the table also. You can see in this diagram. Means with respect to the vertical plane, we can tilt it. So this tilting will take place only by using the swirling arrangement here. You can see this is the where I'm showing the arrow. So with the help of the handle, we can try to even tilt it, right? And such type of machine is generally used to produce the grooves in the reamer or by producing the bevel gears. So this is somewhat again a universal milling machine. Fixed bed type milling machine. Here this is a bed and which is a fixed one. Means over that there is no elevating screw, nothing like that, right? So table is mounted over that bed there. But here there are 3 type again. Simplex milling machine. Second one is the duplex milling machine. Duplex means here you can see there are 2 cutters on either side. Okay, so if you go for the side facing of that, any component is possible at the time. And the third one we can see in this diagram here, there are 3 cutters mounted, 2 on the side and 1 from the top. So 3 cutters can be located, and at the time side face is also we can do the planing operation, at the top also we can do the planing operations. Like that it is possible in the triplex milling machine. Next is the rotatory table milling machines. This is what we are showing. This table can be rotated, right? When you want to produce any contour shapes or somewhat complex shapes, so it is possible that, and this can be only possible when we rotate this handle. So when you give the motion to the handle, so naturally the table will try to rotate it. And other one is the planar milling machine. This is a very huge machine actually, right? And these are the what I can say, the column there. There are 2 columns, and over that column this is a rail, right? Horizontal rail is there, and over the rail we have mounted a tool holders there. And such type of milling machines, planar milling machines, we are using for the heavy components, where the operation table is, if even you can see the table is a huge table we are shown. So that's why very big components can be easily done the operations by using the planar milling machine. Thank you, friend.